So it's Friday afternoon, and I'm sitting in an empty gym. It's a beautiful day here in central Missouri, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why there isn't more people in here more often. There was a very prominent community figure that stood in this building and said that this town is too poor and too dumb to support a fully equipped modern facility. I will never believe that statement. With that in mind, there is a very troubling trend across rural America. And there is a stunning lack of health information or education all throughout the Midwest. You know, the days of meat and potatoes and going and working in the field all day are gone. We have become such a sedentary society that hardworking people are obese, morbidly obese, dangerously obese. I walk around this town and I see it. I see carts overloaded with processed foods, ice cream, soda, cheese, all sorts of things. And yet you don't see the working of that off, so to speak. Now, you can't really outwork a bad diet, but I see people day in and day out just making really poor choices on their nutrition. I see them choosing not to be a member of this gym or any other gym for that matter, or having a gym membership that they never use. And I've always been kind of interested in that or concerned about that. And I just wonder why it continues to happen. I grew up here, skinny, poor, hungry all the time. And so I grew up with those advantages, believe it or not. So now I can appreciate things a little bit differently than most who grew up in middle class or better. And when I opened this gym, I thought that I could do my very best to reduce the friction points of the barriers to physical fitness. What are those barriers? What are those friction points? Lack of knowledge and lack of accountability. Now here at the gym that I opened, we approach the lack of knowledge with workout plans and personal coaching by myself and the staff, that you can come in here to this place with zero knowledge, zero experience, and get an amazing workout. And you can gain that knowledge, you can gain that experience, and you can gain a level of comfort with the facility that allows you to work out anywhere you go. And I see folks that buy a membership, they don't ever show up, or they buy a membership, they show up once or twice, and that's it. And I just, I don't want to take their money. They signed an agreement. You text them, you call them, you email them. Where are they? Where are you? Why aren't you exercising? Why does fitness always take a back seat to everything else? Why is fitness, if I have time? Why is fitness, if it's kind of crappy outside? It's a nice day. I'm going to go walk outside. I want to go walk the same amount of steps that I walk every single day of my life. And then I'm going to consume 4,000 calories of junk food and then get mad and wonder why I'm fat. We're not going to come into the gym. We're not going to exercise. What are you going to do? What do you do all day? Do you need to binge watch another episode? The gym isn't always enjoyable. I'll give you that. Workouts can be tough. But I mean, what else are you going to do? Do you really just want to stay out of shape? Do you really want to have bone density problems? Do you really want to just be fat and out of energy and depressed? Gautier sang a song called Someone I Used to Know. And in that song, he said, you can get addicted to a certain kind of sadness. And I just wonder if maybe you're addicted to a certain kind of laziness, or maybe you're addicted to your depression. Maybe you're addicted to your past or to your own insecurity. What's preventing you from challenging that? What's preventing you from taking life in a new direction? And do you remember that show, The Biggest Loser? I mean, I didn't really care for the show, but the premise was there. You saw these folks that had these really troubling, difficult lives, and then they had the transformation. Now, I'm not going to talk about that show or that format because a lot of them got fat again, but what I would like to say is that for a brief moment of their lives, they were incredibly happy and they had incredibly high levels of self-confidence and energy and power. And I just wonder why more people don't want that. Why don't more people want to have a little bit of strength in their muscles? Why don't dudes get embarrassed when they can't do a push-up? Why are we squeezing into clothes and having all this self-consciousness instead of, doing something about it? Why are we dressing ourselves up in AI constantly and then posting fake pictures of ourselves as our profile picture? We're blurring out as much as we can. We're using technology to take off the pounds that we could work off in the gym. And yet, when confronted, it's just a joke. Is it? That's been your profile picture for a year now. And it blows my mind that people aren't a little bit more concerned about their health. Now, here, I'm never going to shame or embarrass anybody. In fact, we have some of the coolest, amazing people at various levels of their fitness journey here in the gym, and it's absolutely incredible. There are people that are dropping 3 or 4 pounds a week, and it's awesome. People are getting stronger. They're getting back to it. They're getting pain-free. And yet there's thousands of people out there that just sit at home. They just sit on that couch or they sit in that car and they don't do anything. I just don't understand how that kind of a life is valuable. But maybe I don't understand depression. I don't know. All I understand is that when I work out, I feel better. All I understand is when I see other people exercise, they feel better. I don't know how to be apathetic. I don't know how to waste away. Life is short. I don't want to just be a blob that absorbs information from the couch and then get chest pains and die of a heart attack. No, thank you. I don't necessarily eat very well. I'm certainly not a saint in the kitchen or in the grocery store. It's not necessarily my point here, but I choose to work out every single day. And I was doing this well before I owned a gym, well before I opened this place. Yeah, sure, the military. Yeah, I got it. But I was in the reserve for a lot of my military career, which means I lived out in the community. I had to keep my own level of physical fitness. And I enjoyed running and lifting weights, and I learned how to do it properly, and I learned how to gain strength and speed and power. And I could do things that I could never have done before. And so if this is you, if you are sitting around wondering what you would look like if you were to be in good shape, if you were wondering what it would be like to not have that back pain or that knee pain or that elbow or shoulder pain, if you wonder what it would look like to actually walk around, if you're a guy with your shirt off, right? How would that feel? Or maybe if you're a woman, what would it be like to wear that two-piece? Huh? What would it be like if we didn't wait until a divorce to get ourselves in shape? What if maybe we could get off some of those antidepressants and maybe give our liver and our kidneys a break for a change? Don't even get me started on taking care of your intestinal tract, right? You got these people getting surgeries and all kinds of stuff, and it's just killing their bodies. Just killing their bodies. And don't even get me started on the Ozempic. Good luck with that, because watch your fingernails and your hair fall out. I mean, there's no shortcuts here, friends. You can go pretty quick. I know plenty of ways to get you in good shape quick, but there ain't no magic pill out there without some consequences. There just isn't. I mean, you can take your chances with lap band or gastric bypass or all these other things or the shot. I mean, you can take your chances, but I don't recommend it. I just want you to come in here and I want you to lift heavy weights and I want you to be a part of this community wherever you're at. I don't know where you're seeing this, but I want you to be a part of this community. I want you to just see what it would be like for you to have energy, muscle, to not hate your job as much. Have you ever thought about what a little bit of energy and optimism might do for your job? Are you looking for a promotion? Are you tired of suffering through your day? Maybe you want to go on vacation and hike those mountains or hike that trail or hike those artifacts. Wouldn't it be nice to not be constantly out of breath? Wouldn't it be nice to maybe get off some of that medication? Wouldn't it be nice to prevent diabetes? Did you know that physical fitness is one of the best ways to prevent diabetes? Well, now you do. I mean, you don't have to take Gary's word for it. This is proven by science. So as I end my rambling here, I would strongly urge you to consider the good reasons for being a part of a fitness community. I'm not talking about CrossFit. I'm not talking about being silly in the gym or, going balls to the wall all the time. But I am talking about taking an intentional look at your physical fitness levels and then understanding what that would do for other areas of your life. I'm going to talk more about this, and I hope that you will consider listening. So take care of your bodies, join a gym, and lift something heavy today. See you later.